Nate Brown in the backup, Miss Elam Plus, subbing for Dave Villwalk. Then Ken Muscatel, Mike Weber, Steve David, and rookie Kevin Aylesworth.
They're coming around now as the clock goes down to 0. They have a 5-minute clock, a 1-minute clock, and the starting gun. Any one of these boats go across that imaginary line at the start, they have not officially began the race. They get a 1-lap penalty. They don't count till they come around the next time.
Interesting milling here on the backstretch. This is before the start. That's Mike Weber on the inside. His FormulaBoats.com racing here for the Detroit Yacht Club. We're on board with Steve David, who was back a ways behind the field, and he is pulling up now to take a place in line, hoping there's a spot for him. Ken Muscatel going by on his left. They are into the Rooster Tail turn, and you see the blue roof of the Rooster Tail restaurant right there. That's where this turn gets its name. Now they swing down toward start-finish. Kevin Aylesworth swinging wide. You saw Nate Brown in the white boat coming up to take a spot there. This is Mike Weber. He's going to lead him across the start line. Oh, he was close. He may have been early, Jim.
Not sure, but that gun went off. But the official mark is the actual closing of the clock as they go down to turn number 1 for the first of 4 times. They head for that wide turn at the Belle Isle Bridge, and it's still Old Boy Alberto on the inside.
Mike Weber in lane 2, this big turn allowing him to keep the boat speed up. Steve David is right there in the Old Boy Alberto as they turn onto the backstretch, and you saw Nate Brown in the white boat. He's running in 3rd place. You can see his Rooster Tail now as they head for the Yacht Club. Look at the blue smoke on the race course, and now we receive word that Mike Weber in the FormulaBoats.com racing for the DYC is not in 1st place. He jumped the gun. It was not a legal start. Steve David is your leader, Jim, the red, white, and green Old Boy Alberto.
And blue smoke is coming off of the Old Boy Alberto, Steve, and I'm not sure where it's coming from, but it's putting up a smoky haze. And look at the visibility gets really lowered on that part of the course.
Front straightaway has a big blue cloud hanging on it. We understand the smoke is coming off the lead boat, the Old Boy Alberto. Oil or fuel getting onto something hot. You can see out the front window of the Alberto. That is Mike Weber, who knows by now that he is not leading this race. His radio man will tell him, you jumped the gun, you're back a lap. He will try to stay out of the way, but Steve David is giving the Alberto a great ride, Jim, here in 2nd place on the water. 1st place officially. We have to hope the blue smoke is not anything terminal, and he can finish this heat.
That's right. He has to complete 4 laps in this Heat 3B, which is the 2nd round of action here on the Detroit River today. And likewise, this man, Steve David, has radio connections to his crew, and he knows he's in 1st place. He's not going to press it.
He probably also knows he's smoking. They will tell him by now there's some blue smoke coming off your boat. You saw Mike Weber slowing down a little bit. He has probably received word that he is not leading after jumping the gun.
The Miss Elam Plus with Nate Brown is currently 2nd. Ken Muscatel in the Michigan Mortgage Consultants is currently 3rd officially. Lucky 21 with the rookie. Kevin Aylesworth is now in 4th place.
Tough break for Mike Weber, the veteran, the team manager of the FormulaBoats.com team. At a football field per second, he got his nose to the line just a little too early. This is our leader, Steve David, out of Lighthouse Point, Florida, into the Belle Isle turn. Mike Weber still running on the race course off to his right, and in fact running pretty hard now as they come onto the backstretch and into that blue cloud, Jim. Believe me, they can see better than we can.
The Old Boy Alberto's not putting off smoke now, but for a couple of laps, something was burning oil-wise. It has to be with that blue hue.
Did not appear to affect the performance of the boat. It has run well throughout the heat. Mike Weber still racing pretty hard now as he comes into the Rooster Tail turn. Steve David doing a nice job on the inside. It's not easy to hold your boat in lane 1 through that turn. On board one more time with Steve David. Into the clouds, the blue smoke, the spray on the front straightaway, limited visibility at a very, very high speed, but the veteran driver doing a great job in the boat that's owned by the community of Madison, Indiana, kind of like the Green Bay Packers of unlimited hydroplane racing.
A good comparison. Now, down the back chute for the final time with the checkered flag waiting here on the Detroit River in the Chrysler Jeep APBA Gold Cup 2006.
You saw the importance of the start here. It is so important that a driver have a good lane and make a good start, get to start finish right on time. Mike Weber just a tick too quick And Steve David right on time. He's going to come down and take the checkered flag now. He's on the front straightaway. The checkered flag will fly, and this will be a very popular heat victory for one of the veterans in unlimited hydroplane racing. Steve David takes the Oh Boy Oberto across the start-finish line in first place. He's followed by Nate Brown, Ken Muscatel, Kevin Aylesworth in that order. Mike Weber, running second on the water, will finish fifth in the heat officially. And this is the way the points are scored. 400 very valuable points for Steve David and the Oh Boy Oberto. He's with Jim Hendrick.
I can't believe that you laid that much smoke down. I haven't seen that since World War II.
I'm telling you, well, this is about a World War II vintage engine, and the boat's pretty close. But we knew we had a problem with the gearbox smoking, so I had to back it down a little bit. Just had to make sure I didn't back it down too much and lose that thing, because we really needed Oberto needed those first place points.
Yes, but coming down that back chute toward the tighter turn, we lost you in the smoke. Could you see?
No, I couldn't see either, but I'm pretty good at running this course by braille. You know, it's 32 seconds turn left, 32 seconds turn left.